So what are people concerned about? You know, when you think about food, farming, agriculture, and all that, this isn't just about food, because essentially the food that we eat, one bite at a time, creates the landscape our grandchildren are going to inherit. So it really is a very worldview-oriented act, this act of eating. And so what are some of the things that we are concerned about today? And I would suggest that if we just ran down this, I've just made a list here, and we'll apply this to how the local food system deals with it. Number one would be food safety. You know, every Monday morning it seems like there's a new recall. And we have these new buzzwords in our lexicon today that anybody over 40 never heard when we were growing up as children. I mean, who ever heard the words E. coli, salmonella, campylobacter, listeria, bovine spongiform encephalopathy? You know, everybody should learn how to say that. It makes you sound real educated, you know. Avian influenza, bird flu, okay? These Latin squiggly words are a lexicon that now, as nature, as our domestic plants and animals get crowded harder and harder into a corner and disrespected more and more, their nature screaming back to our culture saying, enough! But our culture is still dressed in conquistador uniforms, you know. We don't wear funny hats with a little sword by our side. We wear, you know, pinstripe suits and sit in Wall Street offices and World Bank headquarters. But the mentality is still the same. We still believe that we don't need to respect and honor the pigness of the pig. After all, it's just a pig. And we as a culture, we view plants and animals as just inanimate piles of protoplasmic structure to be manipulated however cleverly hubris can imagine to manipulate it. And I would suggest that a culture that views its life in that kind of disrespectful, dishonoring, egocentric way will view its citizens the same way. And other cultures the same way. If we're going to view the least of these that way, it will impact the way we view the greatest of these. The only way that we can respect and honor the Tomness of Tom and the Maryness of Mary, the greatest of these, is how we respect and honor the least of these. And so it starts there. And that's what local food, and that's what transparent systems can bring to the plate, pun intended, is this kind of respect and honor. So food safety, when we talk about the kind of pathogenicity that we have in our food culture today, that kind of pathogenicity has come in the last 20 to 30 years as we have overrun the industrial paradigm. See, it wasn't always this way. It used to be that cows ate grass, you know, and finished on grass in pastures, and chickens scratched through kitchen scraps, and tomatoes were grown in compost, things like that. And what's happened in the industrial mentality is that we have created a terrain that is pathogen friendly.